Thank you everybody. So thank you everybody.
You're welcome, sir.
Welcome, sir.
Thank you. Uh, my name is Dr. Himanshu Bhushan Parida, Counselor IGNOU Study Center, Kendrapada Autonomous College. So all the learner maybe come from the sociology background.
Yes,
So,
sir.
so all are sociology
Yes,
background.
sir. Yes, sir.
So thank
Yes.
you, thank you. So this is my
No,
first
sir.
class. So can you say what is sociology?
No, sir, I am new to this sociology.
So thanks. So can you say what is sociology?
Sir, the study of society is known as sociology.
The
So
study
very good. It's a uh, so
of
so
sociology, of
the study
society
of
is known as
society,
sociology.
sociology. But basically, this is a honor subject, so you have to learn and we have to study more. So basically, this block and the unit one. This is purely different from the traditional sociological subject. So because it is a CBSE courses, so not like it is a traditional courses. So it is a very new uh, courses and syllabus. So this is the first unit, so that you call thinking sociologically. So our way of thinking, it should be sociologically. So we are living, and the standard of living, we are living in the society in a manner of, so we think it is sociologically. So so all these things belongs to the sociology. So if we say, so what is sociology? Sociology, it is a scientific study of human society. Not only a science of society, but it is a scientific study of human society. So everything we study about the society in a scientific way, not in a general way. So sociology, it is different from other social science. It is that sociology, uh, it studies the society in a scientific manner, in a systematic manner. So, so we should have to uh, learn. We should have to study the sociology in a scientific way, in the way of reasoning. So it is a that sociology. It's a humanistic, scientific social science, not only a social science, but it is based on the humanitarian point of view. So sociology, sociology, it is a social science, so that it study the human behavior, the human nature.
Hello.
In a systematic manner.
Sir, you are
Well,
not
anything?
audible to me.
So Priyavrata, so listen.
Sir, your voice is cutting.
So something called to me. So let us start.
Okay, sir.
So is it audible?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Now it is
Yes.
on.
Yes, sir.
So so this unit basically, it is purely, it's a new, and so that you call it's thinking sociologically. So everything we think sociologically. So the sociological method, sociology in everyday life. So that you call the observation. So that you call the interpretation. So that you call the validated. So all these things we call it's a sociological perspective. So we should study the sociology in a perspective manner, in a new manner. Our way of thinking, it should be scientific, and it's a positive. So that is why before go to the subject matter, before go to this unit, we should have to remember that sociology, it's a new discipline. In 1938, sociology was established by the French philosopher Auguste Comte, the man who became regarded as the father of sociology, Auguste Comte, the French man. Not only Auguste Comte, the French man like Imai Durkheim, uh, uh, the German man like Max Weber, um, the British sociologist Herbert Spencer, um, so the Italian sociologist is that he called Vilfredo Pareto, the German sociologist and the political scientist Karl Marx. So they regarded as the founding father of sociology. But Auguste Comte, the man from France who uh, dream for a new science, who can study about the human society in a scientific manner. So that is why in 1838, from his book Positive Philosophy, you should have to remember that in which book the sociology was borrowed down. In his book, The Positive Philosophy. From that book, Positive Philosophy, the term sociology was coined. But you should have to also remember that Saint Simon, Saint Simon became the original thinkers who helped Auguste Comte to find out a new subject, so that we called it sociology. But later, the relationship between Auguste Comte and Saint Simon it became broken, and Auguste Comte independently started learning and observing about the new social science. But um, but the all the sociologists, all the traditional sociologists, all these classical sociologists, they have their own view, and they also regarded as the founding fathers. They became the modern pioneers. They became the classical sociologists. ଯେତେ ସବୁ sociologists ଅଛନ୍ତି ଆମେ ଯାହାକୁ ଜାଣିଛନ୍ତି we know many of the sociologists like many of the sociologists like Imai Durkheim, the man who had written the book, the classic book, Lee Suicide. Uh, like the sociological methods, the rules of sociological methods. So, sociology of religion. So, just like the Herbert Spencer, who became regarded as the followers of the Auguste Comte, his social evolution, and Max Weber, his classical theory about the social action. Let us we tell about the Karl Marx, the book Das Kapital, which is one of the masterpiece of sociological writing, the Das Kapital. So Wilfred Pareto also he had written about the residues and derivations and logical and non-logical actions. So these are the classical and traditional sociologists who bring sociology in a new era. But after the after some time, when sociology emerged as one of the uh, 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 emerged as one of the latest and modern social sciences. So the looks and the philosophy of sociology it is changing now. So the sociological thinking also changing now. The sociological writing also changing now. Everything it is changing. So that you call it a sociological method, new sociological method. So the new sociological methods, so that it interprets the modern terminology, so that it interprets the sociology as a separate discipline. They also interpret and they also observe something and field studies, etc. So this is so that is called it's a sociological thinking. But now, when sociology it comes to the 21st century, sociology uh, was coined in 19th century, but now it is a 21st century. The gap between the generation between the opening and now, so it is changing. So the classical sociologist it became converted into modern sociology. ଯେତେବେଳେ ଆମେ ଯେତେବେଳେ ଅଗଷ୍ଟକମ୍ in 1838 ରେ sociologist ଟାକୁ derivate କଲେ so automatically ସେ ସମୟର କଥା ତା ପର କଥା somehow it is changing. So new thinking has come. So in this unit we have to study. So basically sociological method. So basically we have to study about the sociological method as they are used to observe, interpret and validate data about the human society. वर्तमान सोशियोलॉजी कौन करूची इन अ मॉडर्न सोसाइटी इन मॉडर्न सोशियोलॉजी सबले ट्राई करूची जे सोशियोलॉजी एज ए मेथड just like a scientific method you should have to remember that we study the sociology in a scientific manner, in a rational manner, in a logical manner, not in a general manner. So sociology it is different from other social science. It is not only a special science, it is also a general social science, but the method of sociology, it is somehow different. So so we observe the reality, the interpretation, the validation of the data, so somehow different now. So second thing, the looking into reality. The sociologist should study the reality of life. Sociologists should study the everyday life. So it is a humanitarian thing. So next it is that. So what are the major concerns in sociology? So on the development and the way of development of sociology, what are the major concerns and what are the different major concepts so that we study in sociology? So last thing, so that is we study about the sociology. Sociology, what is the relationship between other disciplines? So the like anthropology, social anthropology, political science, history, philosophy, psychology. So these are the different social science, and what is the link between and what are the link between sociology with the different social science? So you should have to remember that it is not a general class, but it is a counseling class. So within this stipulated timetable, stipulated schedule and time bound, it's a time bound class. So we have to complete at least one block. So my learners, you are requested to go through these books. In nutshell, so I can give you the theme of this unit. So we cannot study or we cannot give you the bit by bit classes. You are cordially requested to go through this. So that you call the IGNO study materials. So my dear students, have you got the study materials?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So everybody
No,
got?
sir.
So do you go through these books?
Sir, yesterday only I got my books.
Same here, sir. Yesterday only I got my
Sir,
book.
same here.
So thank you. So please, I request you to go through this book and study bit by bit and write in your own language, not the book's language. So you have to study, first you have to learn something, and then you have to write in your own language, not in the book language. It is not necessary at all. So first we have to uh, uh, so grasp the knowledge about the sociology. First, we should have to grasp about the sociological knowledge. So in this unit, basically, um, so uh, uh, so my experience is with sociology that the sociological perspective, so that you called. So in which way we can observe, we can interpret realities of the everyday life. So how we can uh, use the sociology in everyday life in a different way. So our understanding, our nature of understanding, our reasoning, our relations. So everything in a sociological way. The scholars like Zygmunt Bauman, the scholars like Zygmunt Bauman. He has given so very nice quotation that the power as the key driver of social relations. So do you know power? Power is it is very important. The economic power, the social power, the political power, so everything. So that you call it's a power. So power it's the ability of the individual, capability of the individual. So that you call it's the power. So power it is everything. So if we form the relationship, so it is also based on our capabilities and power. So the scholars like the sociologists like Zygmunt Bauman, he has given clearly about the how power became the key driver of the social relationship, and he studied that the uh, so uh, so uh, so the various human categories and their actions uh, performed by them uh, and what are their status and role in the society. So that included in this power. So that it means that the meaning acquired by the objects and things informed by these power hierarchies. So automatically, it can be stated that sociological perspective of power. So it is related with this human relationship. So number one. Second, C.W. Mills. So C.W. Mills, the American sociologist. So one of the American sociologists, uh, he shown the society as a self-contained, and he shows how values and history shapes our views. So the philosophy of C.W. Mills, it is different from the Zygmunt Bauman. ଯେମିତିକି ଜିଗମଣ୍ଡ ବର୍ମନ କହୁଥିଲେ ଯେ ପାୱାର ହଉଛି so something it creates the social relationship କିନ୍ତୁ ଇଏ କହୁଛନ୍ତି so C.W. Reels in a philosophical way ସେ ଗୋଟେ philosophical way ରେ କହୁଛନ୍ତି ଯେ history shows our views ସବୁବେଳେ history କଣ କରୁଛି ନା ଆମର ଯୋଉ views ଅଛି ଆମର ଯୋଉ aspect ଅଛି ଆମର ଯୋଉ ideas ଅଛି ତାକୁ show କରୁଛି so automatically the historical aspect the historical reality also it has the relationship between sociology. So that is why the Zygmunt Bauman and the C.W. Mills, so they became different in on their way. But comes to the whenever we comes to the Bauman, he grounded on empirical reality. Bauman from Kouchanti Bauman. So that he called his name was so that he called the Zygmunt Bauman. Zygmunt Bauman कर तांकर theoretical aspect होची so basically he grounded an empirical reality. Empirical reality. So empirical reality it is based on the scientific view. Empirical reality it is based on the field study. Empirical realities it is based on the modern sociological study. So these are we call the empirical reality. So based on the empirical realities, sociologists should go through go through this research. So Mills is but C.W. Mills. So he particularly his idea in an abstract manner. He tells about the abstract empiricism. Abstract empiricism, so that implies, so not it is based on the field view. So it is based on the historical view. So from the past history, we should study or learn or the past civilization or the past culture. We should have to learn about the human society. So somehow different from the Bauman and Mills. ଯେତେବେଳେ ଜିଗମଣ୍ଡ ବର୍ମନ କହୁଛନ୍ତି ଯେ sociology actually କଣ ନା grounded an empirical reality ସେ କହୁଛନ୍ତି ବର୍ମନ ଜିଗମଣ୍ଡ ବର୍ମନ କହୁଛନ୍ତି sociology କଣ କରୁଛି ନା ଗୋଟେ grounded reality ହଉଛି so everything we study about the human society or human problems in an empirical manner. Empirical manner होची जोटा कुआ जाउची in a scientific manner. ଯେମିତି କି ଆମେ ଯେକୌଣସି ଗୋଟେ ଘଟଣାକୁ ସାଇଣ୍ଟିଫିକ ୱେରେ ଆମେ ଷ୍ଟଡି କରୁଛୁ ସେମିତି ଗୋଟେ ଏମ୍ପାରିକାଲ ମ୍ୟାନର ହଉଛି ଜଷ୍ଟ ଲାଇକ୍ ଏ ଥିଙ୍ଗ କିନ୍ତୁ ମିଲ୍ସ ହଉଛି CWC ମିଲ୍ସ ସିଏ ତାଙ୍କର so all these things in a philosophical way so basically he is more in abstract in his reasoning ସିଏ କହୁଛନ୍ତି so basically abstract empiricism କହିଲେ ବୁଝିବା so that is the historical philosophy or the historical perspective point of view should study sociology. So let us we come to the sociological method.
Hemang sir.
Sir.
Hemang sir.
Sir.
That Priyabrata Mishra, Hareshwar Naik, and Rosaline Vishwal, and Keshwar Pradhan, Jagdish Tripathi. Only they have written their roll number. Amrit Maji and Shetarani Murmu. They have not written their enrollment number. They are requested to write their roll number. At the time of discussion, you just say them to write their roll number.
Sir.
Now, Shetarani, I think, am I audible, Shetarani? Shetarani, am I audible? Jagdish Tripathi, you have written Amrit Maji. He has not written his roll number. And another 2 persons has already joined. You just tell them to write their roll number, enrollment number. We have already acquired 10 number of students. Only 5 number of students have written their roll number because it is pre-recorded. So you just say them to write their roll number.
Sir.
Okay.
Sir, thank you.
Thank you.
So all my learners they are requested to write their enrollment number on the chat box. So all my learners they are requested to write their enrollment number and name on the chat box. जी पछरे आसिले जो माने सेमानकर एनरोलमेंट नंबर आ तांकर नेम ता चैट बॉक्स रे लिखंतु सो am I audible?
Yes,
Yes, sir, you are audible.
So latecomer जो माने आछंती से माने just am again requested to write their name and enrollment number on chat box. So it is recorded, pre-recorded. So again I requested. So all the students, all the learners, they have come lately. They should have to write their enrollment number and name on the chat box. Please. So let us start. So after the Bauman and Mills, so comes to the sociology. How sociology? Sociological method. It is a different method. It's a scientific method. So basically, the sociologist we know that Emile Durkheim, the Harvard Spencer, Emile Durkheim in his classic book, The Rules of Sociological Method. Emile Durkheim का ଗୋଟେ book ଅଛି ତା ନାଁ ହେଉଛି The Rules of Sociological Method. So it is one of the important books of the sociological method. So just like Max Weber also, so that you called Paul F. Leatherfield also explained how abstract empiricism can be used in a style of work and regards the sociologist as the methodologist of all the social science. So all these things. So I am telling about the Emile Durkheim or about the Leatherfield. So about the Max Weber, and so their view it is different from one to another. But the method it is on the way of scientific. So that is why how we can use a sociology in everyday life. So Mills and Bauman, Mills and Bauman also Mills had gave agency to history in a shape of human beginnings and then destiny. So, in the historical manner, historical philosophy, C.W. Mills, he has written. So, just like the Brahmans also writes the concept of oneself and others in everyday life. So, the Brahman, the sociologist, the experience of being free or unfree are something that we all wish to solve. It continues to remain enigma to at all. Brahman का जो idea अच्छी, तांकर जो field experience अच्छी, so somehow different, and he tries to put the sociology in everyday life. So let us come to the what are the major sociological concepts. So what are the major sociological concepts? So that are popularly used in sociology. So sociological concepts like groups, like socialization, so like in group and out group. So these are the three important sociological concepts. So do you know about the groups? Say in the group. So hello, my dear friends. So can you say what do you mean by group? So my dear learner,
Group is
the
a collection
individual.
of people from
Very
motive.
good. Tell. Group is a
The group is a collection of people having a same motive doing
very good.
something.
Very good.
Group is a gathering of people at
Very
a
good.
specific place or a specific time.
Very good. How can group रे गोटे रहीगला? Groups is a gathering of people, but it should be sociological. खाली गोटे group
Yes, sir.
Group
Yes,
आमे
sir.
gathering of humans.
so so group होची जोटी gathering होंती गोटे specifical aim थीबो, so that is called it's a group. So so individual cannot function without the group. Without the group life, no individual can live. So that is why from the ancient societies to the modern society, the group behavior it is necessary. So that is why the importance of social groups. It is for the all time it is necessary. So the very process of the human nature and the human being, it is provided by group life. यदि ग्रुप लाइफ को छाड़िबे ताले आमे सोसाइटी के फॉर्म करि परिबानी. सोसाइटी होउची congregation of the groups. It's the aggregation of the group. So that is called the it's the aggregate of the groups. Many group form हेले गोटे सोसाइटी क्रिएट हुए. सब ग्रुप रो किसी ना किसी सोशल ग्रुप्स रो किसी ना किसी एम्स अच्छी, रूल्स एंड रेगुलेशंस अच्छी, एवरीथिंग अच्छी. So it is a aggregate of the people, it's a gathering of the human being, and they have some motive. So that is called it's a group. ତେଣୁକରି a group ହଉଛି all these in a sociological standpoint. So group it is related with also socialization. So because the group life it gives the socialization process. So let us come to the socialization. Socialization also it is a socio-psychological concept. Not only a sociological concept, but it is linked with the socio-psychological concept. So socialization process by which the individual or a child should learn
Hello. Hello.
ଯୋଉଟା କି ଗୋଟେ
Sir, voice up down होची आपनकर. Hello.
hello,
Voice is not
am I audible?
audible.
Somebody
Yes.
calling me.
Oh,
Okay, sir.
okay.
Sir, से group रो टे कहबे आउथरे.
So
जो
so let us
congregation
come
रो
to
कहउतले.
हाँ.
हाँ.
So that so what do you mean by group? Group. So we should have to know that without the human group, no society can form, because it's a congregation of the people. It's the unification of the people or the gathering of the people, and which they have certain rules and regulations, and they have certain aims. So that is called it's a social groups. So because it is linked with the socialization process and its link is with society. So that is why the role of group or the role of human group, it is most important for the human civilization. So that is why without the human group, the individual cannot face the comfort. So he feels the discomfort. Without the group behavior, without the group life, no individual can live happily. So that is why uh, the role of group, it is important. So that you call it's a group. So let us come to the socialization process. Socialization process, it is a process of self development. So that you call it's a process of development comes from the human group and the human behavior. So that we call it's a socialization process. जोटा कि group behavior रू गोटे छोट पिला हो किंबा लोक आमे जहा कि शिखु आमे जानू हमर लाइफ रे ताकू काम रे लगौ. So that we call it's a socialization process. Socialization process रे कौन हुए ना, how the infant child learns from his peer groups, learns from his family, learns from his playmates, learns from his schoolmates. So that process of development, self-development, personality development, we called it a socialization process. So somehow socialization, it may be a primary socialization or it may be a secondary socialization. Primary socialization, so it is based on the infant child, and the secondary source of secondary socialization, it's a latter phase of the infant stages. So that is why socialization process also it is different. So
Nanda sir,
so let us come to the sir.
Himang sir,
Sir,
hello,
କୁହନ୍ତୁ.
Himang sir. ହଁ ସେ
sir.
ତାଙ୍କୁ କୁହନ୍ତୁ ପିଲାମାନେ ଏନରୋଲମେଣ୍ଟ ଲେଖୁନାହାନ୍ତି, ଜମା 5 ଜଣ ପିଲା ଲେଖିଛନ୍ତି, ଯୋଉଥିରେ କି
ସାରେ
ଶ୍ୱେତାରାଣୀ
ମୁଁ
ମୁର୍ମୁ।
ସମସ୍ତଙ୍କୁ ସାରେ 5 ଥର କହିସାରିଲି, ରିକ୍ୱେଷ୍ଟ କରିସାରିଲିଣି ସାରେ।
ଏନରୋଲମେଣ୍ଟ ଲେଖିବା ଦରକାର ସେମାନଙ୍କର। ଲିପି ସାହୁ, ହାଲିନ୍ଦ୍ର କିଶନ, ଅର୍ପିତା ଶତପଥୀ, they have not written their roll number, enrollment number, ଲିଜା ଧଳ, କାରଣ
ସାରେ ମୁଁ 5 ଥର
ଇଣ୍ଡିଭିଜୁଆଲ
ରିକ୍ୱେଷ୍ଟ
ଏନରୋଲମେଣ୍ଟ
କରିସାରିଲିଣି।
ଦରକାର। ଅର୍ପିତା am I audible? ଅର୍ପିତା ଅର୍ପିତା am I audible?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You just write your enrollment number again and message first.
Sir, I just
ଶ୍ୱେତାରାଣୀ ମୁର୍ମୁ,
I didn't know.
ଲିଜା ଧଳ, ହାଲିନ୍ଦ୍ର କିଶନ, ଲିପି ସାହୁ, all are requested to write their roll number in chat box. Sir,
So
ଆଉ
my
ଥରେ
dear
କହିଦିଅନ୍ତୁ
learners,
ପିଲାମାନଙ୍କୁ ଟିକେ।
sir. So Arpita,
Yes, sir.
Sweetie Rani Murmu, you have written your number.
Yes, sir.
Arpita,
Hello. Yes, sir.
Lisa Dhar also write her enrollment number. But Arpita, you have not written your enrollment number in the chat box. So Arpita, can you audible to me?
Yes, sir. You are audible.
Arpita, please write your enrollment number. Arpita, enrollment number તમે પાઈછો ના નહીં? Very good. Yes, sir. Please write your enrollment number on chat box. So let us come to the so from the group, and then comes to the socialization process, then comes to the in group and out group. In group and out group, it is two terms of sociology. It's a very important term. In groups, it's a very, so that you call it's a peer group, and that you call so in this group, the relations between the individual, it is very cordial, it is very primary. So that is called in group. In group, that from which the individual belongs to that group, we call it, so this is his in group. जो ग्रुप को ଗୋଟେ ବ୍ୟକ୍ତି belongs करे बा जो ग्रुप ରୁ ବ୍ୟକ୍ତି ଆସିଥାଏ बा so from which group the individual belongs, so that is his in group. So so family, hello, so any problem?
No, sir. No, sir. Everything is okay.
So in group and out group, it is two different concepts. So in group, that we call it's a so where the individual belongs to that particular group, so that you call it is his in group. But out group, out group is different, from which the individual does not belongs to that group, we call it the out group. Because one's family, one's classroom, so it is his in group of the individual. So one's playmates also, they belongs to that in groups. But uh, the people who does not belongs to that family and comes, so that is his out group. So ତା ମାନେ ହଉଛି in group ଆଉ out group ଦିଟା ହଉଛି ଅଲଗା କଥା. In group ଭିତରେ ଗୋଟେ bond ଆଉ intimacy relationship ଟା cordial ରହିବ, ଏବଂ ଯୋଉଠି ଗୋଟେ familiar behavior ରହିବ, ଯୋଉଠି direct and physical proximity ରହିବ, so that you call it's the in group. Out group ରେ କଣ ହବ ନା ଯୋଉଠି କି physical proximity ଆଉ ସେମାନଙ୍କ ଭିତରେ relationship ଟା ଏତେ primary ହବନି, so that you call it's the out group. So in group and out group, so these are we call it's a two different concepts. It is the concept of Charles Hutton Cooley, so that you call it's a in group and out group. So that is why in group it is a very small group. So it is a face to face, and it has the primary identity, so that you call it's a in group. In group it is a very small group, and we got the face to face direct and primary content of this group or primary identity. So that is called it's in group. So basically the family also, it is one of the important example of the primary group, sorry, in group. But the out group, it is different. Out group, so that is called it's a out group. So it's a distinct term. So the boundary or the demarcation of the outgroup, so which does not belongs to that particular small group. अर्थात in group होची गोटे छोटिया, very small in size, face to face relationship, source of relationship, it is based on the primary identity, so that you call it's in group. But जोटी की relationship टा cordial रहिबो, intimacy रहिबो, जोटी amicable relationship रहिबो, so that you call it's a in group. किंतु जोटी relationship टा amicable नहीं, जोटी की distanceness अछि, the boundary of relationship it is deferred, so that you call it is his out group. So understand. So let us come to the stranger. Stranger, it is a different thing. Stranger, so that you call, so that implies it's unfamiliar person. So which is not familiar with us, so that you call stranger. So stranger, the role of stranger also different. It's a so in city life, in a urban life. So the life of the city, it is based on the stranger. So let us come to the another term that word is together and apart. Together it is a term. It is related with this harmony. Together it is a term. It is related with this unification. Together it is a term which is related with this cooperation. So that means whenever together we comes together and do something, it is better for the humankind. So that you call it's together. But the apart, so somehow different. So the social unity we got from the togetherness, but the apart, so somehow it is different. So it is opposite of the togetherness. So that is why, so these are the content or the concept we are using in this sociology. So we should have to tell that it is a sociological thinking. So basically, uh, so comes to the another way. Um how in the sociological thinkings we observe, we interpret, we validate sociological perspective. So basically, the Bauman's view, Zygmunt Bauman's view, Mill's view, or the different sociologists' view. From the Bauman's sociological eye, it is different. Bauman's sociological eye, it is a proposition of the forward by the Bauman about the developing of a sense of analyzing what is going around us, and with a so that you call with a more critical and evaluative perspective. So that you call, once we develop a sociological perspective, we tend to get a more rational view of things. So that happens us. Bauman's view hochi, it's a purely and ସେ କହୁଛନ୍ତି ଯଦି ଥରେ ଆମ ଆଖି ଯଦି ସୋସିଓଲୋଜିକାଲ ଭ୍ୟୁରେ ଯଦି ସୋସାଇଟିକୁ ଦେଖିବା, ତାହେଲେ ବା ସାଇଣ୍ଟିଫିକ ଭ୍ୟୁରେ ଯଦି ଆମେ ସୋସାଇଟିକୁ ଦେଖିବା ମାନେ ସୋସିଓଲୋଜିକାଲ ଆଇ, ତାହେଲେ ଆମର ଯୋଉ ସୋସିଓଲୋଜିକାଲ ଡେଭଲପମେଣ୍ଟ ହବ, ସୋସିଓଲୋଜିକାଲ ପର୍ସପେକ୍ଟିଭ ହବ, ଆଉ ଆମେ କେବେ ବାୟାସ ହବାନି ବା ଆମେ କେବେ ଇରେସନାଲ ହବାନି. So that is why the first a sociological perspective enable us to go nearer to the truth. Automatically we come to the truth, or we become nearer to the truth. So that is why truth and validity and reality, it is the argument of Zygmunt Bauman. So let us come to the finally we conclude with this Mill's philosophical science. So philosophy, it is different. Philosophy, it is a thinking process. Philosophy, it is a ideological aspect. Philosophy, so it is somehow different from this. So philosophy, it is abstract in nature. Philosophy, it is so the eye of the philosopher, so it became abstract. It's a unseen. So the relationship between the science and the social science, as a former is supposed to be objective and rigid in a procedure, and latter is supposed to be more open and liberal in the aspect. So that is why whenever we talk about the empirical verification, one has to talk fact and go to the ideas and put fact put together in historical way. So that is why Mill's view, it is different. So if we study about the society, if we study about the everyday society, so we should have to learn the past, and we should have to study the society in a different angle. So that is why so that is called. So these are the two different method. It is linked with the uh, uh, social concept. So that is why sociology, it became popular now. So this is the part. So this is the one part. So let us come to the second part of the this. My dear
Sir,
learners, so is it audible to you?
no, sir, your voice is.
So can you have audible?
Yes,
Sir,
now you
now
are
you are
audible.
audible.
Hello, Jagdish.
Your voice
Jagdish.
was not audible before, but now you are audible, sir.
Yes, sir. Now it is
So
audible.
so so somehow network problem is here. Somehow network problem is here because it is raining now.
Okay, sir.
So just you adjust it, my dear friends. Just you adjust it.
Yes,
So
sir.
let us
Yes,
come to
sir.
this. So let us come to the emergence of sociology. How sociology emerged? Um, so you know that sociology, the history of sociology, it is not a very recent past, but it is 18th and the 19th century phenomena. So basically, the French Revolution, the Industrial Revolution, the Enlightenment period or the Renaissance period, it is one of the important aspects. So that it gives moral boost to August Comte to find out a new subject. So that is sociology, because the scientific revolution and the French Revolution and the Industrial Revolution in the European country, the so whenever it was happened in that European society, so automatically the values, the morality, uh, so all these sentiments and the relationship between the people, it became degraded. So automatically, the scope which was given to the citizens in that European country due to this fraternity and rights and liberty after the French Revolution, which was happened in 1789. So that the more freedom that it turns the people a arrogant one. ଯେତେବେଳେ ଲୋକମାନେ ଅଧିକ ସ୍ୱାଧୀନତା ପାଇଲେ, ଫ୍ରେଞ୍ଚ ରିଭଲ୍ୟୁସନ 1799 ମସିହା ଯେତେବେଳେ ହେଇଥିଲା, ସେତେବେଳେ ଯେତେବେଳେ ଲୋକମାନେ ଲିବର୍ଟି ପାଇଲେ, ଫ୍ରିଡମ ପାଇଲେ ଏବଂ ଇକ୍ୱାଲିଟି ପାଇଲେ, ଫ୍ରାଟର୍ନିଟି ପାଇଲେ, ଏବଂ ଇଣ୍ଡଷ୍ଟ୍ରିଆଲ ରିଭଲ୍ୟୁସନ କଣ କଲା ନା ଲୋକମାନଙ୍କୁ କାମଧନ୍ଦା ଯୋଗାଇ ଦେଲା, ଏବଂ ସାଇଣ୍ଟିଫିକ ରିଭଲ୍ୟୁସନ କଣ କଲା ନା so that the manual production it turns into the mechanical production. So automatically all that things it creates more jobs and the people got plenty of money. So automatically their lifestyle it became changing. So ଯେତେବେଳେ ଏ ସବୁ ଭିତରେ ତାଙ୍କ ଲାଇଫ ଟାଇମ ଚେଞ୍ଜିଂ ହେଇଗଲା, ଭ୍ୟାଲୁ ଚେଞ୍ଜ ହେଇଗଲା, ମୋରାଲିଟି ଚେଞ୍ଜ ହେଇଗଲା, ଯୋଉ ଏଥିକାଲ ଭ୍ୟାଲୁଜ ଥିଲା ସେଟା ଚେଞ୍ଜ ହେଇଗଲା, ତ ସୋସାଇଟିରେ ଗୋଟେ କାଓସ୍ ଆସିଗଲା। ସୋ ଗୋଟେ ଯେତେବେଳେ କାଓସ୍ ଆସିଗଲା, ଯେତେବେଳେ ସୋସାଇଟିରେ ଗୋଟେ ଅଶାନ୍ତି ଆସିଗଲା, the society it became degraded। ତେଣୁ ସୋସିଆଲ ଭ୍ୟାଲୁଜ ଆଣ୍ଡ ମୋରାଲିଟି ଯେତେବେଳେ ଡିଗ୍ରେଡେସନ ହେଇଗଲା, ସେତେବେଳେ ୟୁରୋପିଆନ ସୋସାଇଟି ଗୋଟେ ମଡର୍ଣ୍ଣ ସୋସାଇଟି ତା ଭିତରେ ସମସ୍ୟା ଦେଖା। ଏଇ ସମସ୍ୟା ଭିତରୁ ତ ଅଟୋମେଟିକାଲି so there is a rage. So there was a rage of hope when August Comte, the father of sociology, with his friend and philosopher Guidson Simon, uh, so he dreams for a new science which can solve the human problems, which can study about the human society. So that is why the impact of the industrial revolution and the impact of the Renaissance or impact of the French Revolution, so that it gives a moral boost, it's a moral support to find out a new science, so it can study about the society, social problems and their solution. So that is why the positive philosophy it is one of the important books and important works in which Auguste Comte he had find out a new subject, a new discipline, so that is called sociology in 1800 1838. In 1838, Auguste Comte just he find out a new social science, so that is called sociology. So sociology it became a humanistic social science. So it study the human behavior, human nature, the humanity, the behavior, the attitude, the group's life, the group phenomena, etc. Everything in a scientific manner. So Auguste Comte he regarded as the father of sociology, and he never told sociology as a social science. He says that sociology it is a science because all these scientific views are the natural um, uh, idea about the human society, so that we got from this sociology. So that is why sociology became science. ଯେମିତି ସାଇନ୍ସ ର ସବୁ different steps ଅଛି, the rules regulations ଅଛି, everything we learn from the sociology. So that is why sociology it became scientific one. So everything we study about the human society it is in a scientific manner. So that is why sociology it became science. ତେଣୁକରି ସେ ନ୍ୟାଚୁରାଲ ସାଇନ୍ସ ର ଯୋଉ କଣ୍ଟେକ୍ଟ ଅଛି, ନ୍ୟାଚୁରାଲ ସାଇନ୍ସ ବୋଲି ବୁଝିବା କାହାକୁ, so which science which study about the nature, the physics, chemistry, biology, so these are the natural science. ତେଣୁ ନ୍ୟାଚୁରାଲ ସାଇନ୍ସ ର ଯାହା ରୁଲ୍ସ ଆଣ୍ଡ ରେଗୁଲେସନ୍ସ ଅଛି, ସୋସିଓଲୋଜିର ସେଇ ଆଉ ରୁଲ୍ସ ରେଗୁଲେସନ ରେ ସୋସିଓଲୋଜି ଆଗକୁ ବଢିବ ବୋଲି ଅଗଷ୍ଟ କମ୍ଟ ଡିସାଇଡ କରିଥିଲେ. So that is why, so this is the history and development of sociology in the world. So after that, the rise of sociological theory. Sociological theory तापरे derived करिछि, emergence of the quantitative method and social survey आसीछि, social research आसीछि. sociological inquiry asichi, sociological survey comes to the recognized as a tool that could be used to understand the social problems prevailing in the society. Kete sabu sociological tools asichi, केते सबु रूल्स आसीची, केते सबु सर्वे मेथड आसीची, केते सबु फील्ड स्टडी आसीची। ता द्वारा कोन हबो ना सोशियोलॉजी को आमे गोटे साइंटिफिक वे रे आमे जे कोनसी गोटे प्रॉब्लम को आमे तार गोटे सॉल्यूशन बाहर करि परिबा। वी कैन सॉल्व एनी प्रॉब्लम so in the society. So that is why so that you call it's a rise of the new sociological theory. So so let us come to the so how sociology it is related with the social anthropology. You know that sociology it is a different subject, but social anthropology it is different subject. So my dear learners, hello my dear learners.
Yes.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Yes, sir.
Audible होउची?
हिमांशु सर
अरे
हिमांशु
Yes,
सर
sir.
सर
ମୁଁ ଜଷ୍ଟ
सर
ପିଲାମାନଙ୍କ
कोन
ପାଇଁ
सर
ପଦେ କହିବାକୁ ଚାହୁଁଛି ଯେ ନେକ୍ସଟ ଯୋଉ କ୍ଲାସ ସେମାନଙ୍କର ବି
सर कोन
କାଲି କ୍ଲାସ ଅଛି
हाँ
ସମସ୍ତେ ମ୍ୟୁଟ କରିଦିଅନ୍ତୁ। କାଲି ଯୋଉ କ୍ଲାସ ଅଛି ସମସ୍ତେ ସେମାନଙ୍କର ଏନରୋଲମେଣ୍ଟ ନମ୍ବର ସାଙ୍ଗରେ ନେଇ ଆସିଥିବେ ଏବଂ ଲେଖିବେ, କାରଣ ଏନରୋଲମେଣ୍ଟ ଲେଖିବା ମ୍ୟାଣ୍ଡେଟୋରି। ଯଦି 10 ଷ୍ଟୁଡେଣ୍ଟସରୁ କମ ହୁଏ କ୍ଲାସ ଚାଲିବନି। ତେଣୁ ସେଥିପାଇଁ ଅନେକ ବନ୍ଧୁ ଜାଣିପାରୁନାହାନ୍ତି, ଏନରୋଲମେଣ୍ଟ ନମ୍ବର ଲେଖୁନାହାନ୍ତି। ତେଣୁ ଆଜିର କ୍ଲାସରେ 10 ଜଣ ପିଲା ଜଏନ କରିଛନ୍ତି, କିନ୍ତୁ ଜମା ଏଥିରେ ପ୍ରିୟଦର୍ଶିନୀ, ଅର୍ପିତା, ଅମୃତା ମାଝୀ, ଲିପି ସାହୁ, ଫଲୀନ୍ଦ୍ର ଏମାନେ ରୋଲ ନମ୍ବର ଲେଖି ନାହାନ୍ତି। ତେଣୁ ସେମାନେ ଯଦି ସମ୍ଭବ ହଉଛି ଦେ ଆର୍ ରିକ୍ୱେଷ୍ଟେଡ ଟୁ ରାଇଟ୍ ଦେୟାର ଏନରୋଲମେଣ୍ଟ ନମ୍ବର ଇନ୍ ମେସେଜ ବକ୍ସ। ତେଣୁ ମେସେଜ ବକ୍ସଟା କୋଉଠି ଅଛି ସେମାନେ ମଧ୍ୟ ଜାଣିନେବେ ଆରାମସେ। ସେଇଠି ତିନିଟା ଡଟ୍ ଅଛି, ତିନିଟା ନାଇଁ ନାଇଁ ଏଠି ନୁହେଁ, ତାଙ୍କର ମୋବାଇଲ ତିନିଟା ଡଟ୍ ରାଇଟରେ ତିନିଟା ଡଟ୍ ଅଛି। ସେ ତିନିଟା ଡଟ୍ ରେ କ୍ଲିକ୍ କଲେ ତମକୁ ଚାଟ୍ ବକ୍ସ ଦେଖେଇବ, ଚାଟ୍ और ମେସେଜ ଦେଖେଇବ। ସେ ମେସେଜରେ ଏନରୋଲମେଣ୍ଟ ନମ୍ବର ଲେଖିକିରି ସେଣ୍ଡ କରିଦବ। ତେଣୁ ଆସନ୍ତା କାଲି ଯୋଉ କ୍ଲାସ ଅଛି ସେ କ୍ଲାସରେ ସମସ୍ତଙ୍କ ପାଖରେ ଏନରୋଲମେଣ୍ଟ ନମ୍ବର ଆଣିବା ଦରକାର, ଲେଖିବା ଦରକାର। ତେଣୁ ଆସନ୍ତା କାଲି କ୍ଲାସକୁ ଇନ୍ ଟାଇମରେ ସମସ୍ତେ ଆସନ୍ତୁ। ଆଉ 10 ଜଣ ପିଲା ନହେଲେ କ୍ଲାସ ଚାଲିବନି ଏବଂ ସମସ୍ତେ ଲେଖିବା ବି ଦରକାର।
Yes, sir.
ତେଣୁ
Yes,
ଯୋଉମାନେ
sir.
ଜାଣିନାହାନ୍ତି ସେମାନେ ଟିକେ ବୁଝି ନେବା ଦରକାର ଯେ ସେଟା କେମିତି ଲେଖାଯାଏ।
सर
ମୁଁ ଭାବୁଛି ଆସନ୍ତା କ୍ଲାସରେ
हेलो
ସମସ୍ତେ ହିଁ ତାଙ୍କର ଏନରୋଲମେଣ୍ଟ ନମ୍ବର ଲେଖିବେ ଏବଂ ଇନ୍ ଟାଇମରେ କ୍ଲାସରେ ଜଏନ୍ କରିବେ। ଆଗାମୀ ଦିନରେ ଆଉ ଲେଟ୍ ହବନି, ଇନ୍ ଟାଇମରେ ଆମେ କ୍ଲାସ କରିବୁ ଏବଂ ଆମ ରିସୋର୍ସ ପର୍ସନ ମଧ୍ୟ ଇନ୍ ଟାଇମରେ ଆସୁଛନ୍ତି। କେବଳ ଷ୍ଟୁଡେଣ୍ଟ ମାନଙ୍କର ଟାଇମ ଯଦି ରେଗୁଲାର ହୁଅନ୍ତା ତାହେଲେ ଇନ୍ ଟାଇମଲି ଆମେ ଘଣ୍ଟେ 1.5 ଘଣ୍ଟା ପଢେଇ ପାରିବୁ। ତେଣୁ ସମସ୍ତଙ୍କୁ ମୁଁ ରିକ୍ୱେଷ୍ଟ କରୁଛି ସମସ୍ତେ ଆର କ୍ଲାସରେ ଏକ୍ଜାକ୍ଟ ଟାଇମରେ ଜଏନ୍ କରନ୍ତୁ। ଓକେ
Okay, sir.
Yes, sir.
ଓକେ
Yes, sir.
Okay,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
ଥ୍ୟାଙ୍କ ୟୁ।
सर ଆଉ କେତେ सर केते पढ़ेबी सर
ଜଷ୍ଟ ଆଉ 5 ମିନିଟରେ ଆପଣ ୱାଇଣ୍ଡ ଅପ୍ କରନ୍ତୁ। ଆପଣଙ୍କର ଟାଇମ
सर
ଅଲରେଡି ଓଭର ହେଲାଣି, ଯେହେତୁ ଆମେ
हाँ
ଲେଟରେ
5
କ୍ଲାସ
मिनट
ନେଇଛେ ସେଇଥିପାଇଁ ଇଏ କରୁଛି। ତେଣୁ ଆପଣମାନେ ପିଲାଙ୍କୁ ଆଉ ଥରେ ରିକ୍ୱେଷ୍ଟ କରନ୍ତୁ ଯେ ମିନିମମ୍ ପିଲାମାନେ ତାଙ୍କ ଏନରୋଲମେଣ୍ଟ ନମ୍ବର ଲେଖନ୍ତୁ, 10ରୁ ପିଲା ଅଧିକା ଜଏନ୍ କରନ୍ତୁ। ଫେଲିଂ ହୁଇଚ୍ वी आर अनेबल टू कंटिन्यू द क्लास।
सर
थैंक यू सर।
थैंक यू सर। माय डियर फ्रेंड्स लर्नर्स, ମୁଁ ଆଉ ଥରେ ସମସ୍ତଙ୍କୁ ରିକ୍ୱେଷ୍ଟ କରୁଛି ଯେ ସମସ୍ତେ ତୁମର ଯୋଉ ଯୋଉଠି 3ଟା ଡଟ୍ ଅଛି, ତୁମେ ଯୋଉଠି 3ଟା ଡଟ୍ ଦେଖିପାରୁଛ ତ, ସେଇ 3ଟା ଡଟ୍ କୁ କ୍ଲିକ୍ କଲେ ଅଟୋମେଟିକାଲି ତୁମେ ଲେଖିପାରିବ ଚାଟ୍ ବକ୍ସ ରେ ତୁମର ନାଁ ଆଉ ଏନରୋଲମେଣ୍ଟ ନମ୍ବର ଲେଖିପାରିବ। ତୁମେ ନେକ୍ସଟ କ୍ଲାସ ଯୋଉ ଅଛି ସବୁ ପିଲା ଆସିବ ନା ନାହିଁ? ହ୍ୟାଲୋ ମାଇ ଡିୟର ଷ୍ଟୁଡେଣ୍ଟସ୍,
Yes, sir.
ହ୍ୟାଲୋ।
Okay, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Yes, sir.
So
Yes,
this is
sir.
the introduction class. So so this is the first class. So we should have to study better and we should have to study cordially. So you are welcome. So let us come try to wind up this because we are in late and some learners they come lately, so that is why it is a 1 hour class. So my dear friends, so don't lose your heart and don't think anything. You are free to contact to me, and you can ask any questions after my uh, class is over also. So let us
Sir,
come to the so how so sir.
sir,
Hello.
I'm Jagdish. Sir, we want your contact number or WhatsApp number so that we can ask questions if anytime necessary, or we would have in contact with you, sir. So please
Yes,
provide
So
sir.
us.
please write your please write my WhatsApp number 94
Yes, sir.
9438
Yes, sir.
36
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Three.
7485.
Yes.
7485.
So again I say that 9438367485.
Yes, sir.
So my
Sir,
dear friends,
Thank you,
learners,
sir.
so
Sir.
just 1 minute for you. So my dear friends, just wait. So I have left some persons in this unit because we are in late. So don't worry or don't think. I am with you. I am always with you. I can help you after my classes also any day, anytime and anywhere. You can ask me and you ଯଦି ତୁମେ ମାନେ କିଛି ସାହାଯ୍ୟ ମାଗିବ ବି ମୁଁ ତମକୁ ହ୍ୱାଟ୍ସଆପ ରେ ତମକୁ ହେଇପାରିବି ଆଉ ଯାହା ଯାହା ଲେଖା ଅଛି କାହିଁକି ନା it is not possible in this class to cover all these things. So how social anthropology is also emerged. So anthropology. So that you call it anthropology. It is that just it is related with sociology because anthropology and sociology they became twin sisters. And anthropology it study about the man, and sociology it study about the human society. So anthropology it has three parts. It's a physical anthropology, it's a social anthropology, and it's a cultural anthropology. So you know that Richard Harvey is considered to be the first to coin. So Richard Harvey is considered to be first to coin English term anthropology in natural science. Richard Harvey होचंती जड़े anthropologist जे कि प्रथमे गोटे इंग्लिश टर्म anthropology शब्द क्रिएट करथिले. But Franz Boas, Franz Franz Boas is regarded both the father of modern anthropology and the father of American anthropology. Franz Boas is regarded as both the father of modern anthropology and father of the American anthropology. So that is why uh, so uh, the core issues, the subject matter of anthropology, it is different, but the social anthropology and cultural anthropology it is related with the sociology. So that is why the modern anthropologists like Branislaw Maniluski, A.R. Radcliffe Brown, Marcel Mauss, so they became the founder of the modern social anthropology. ଜଣେ ଅଛନ୍ତି ବ୍ରୋନିସ୍ଲୋ ମାଲିନୁସ୍କି, ଆଉ ଜଣେ ଅଛନ୍ତି A.R. Radcliffe Brown, ଆଉ ଜଣେ ଅଛନ୍ତି Marcel Mauss. They became the founder of the modern social anthropology. So we should have to go through this book. So the Malinowski and the Brown, their theory about the social structural theory, social structural functionalism theory. Seମିତି Levi-Strauss is one of the important anthropology structuralism and the structural anthropologist. Seମିତି, if we go to the Indian anthropologists, Blount, Crook, Dalton, Tibetan, Mills, R. Nesfield, Herbert Risley, Russell, uh, uh, so Thurston, J. Hutton, S.C. Rai. So they became the modern anthropologists of India.
sir,
So if
are these
we
names are from India?
hello,
Sir, are these peoples are from India? All look like their names are from foreign.
so basically, so in that time when anthropology was designated in India, the British they became the rulers. So that is why Blount, Crook, Dalton, Evanston, Mills, R. Nesfield, Herbert Risley, so became the British administrator. So that is why they became in India how social anthropology that infers. But S.C. Rai, Sarat Chandra Rai became one man whose book is Tribes of Chotnagpur. So this is the so that man belongs to India. But the another people or the another anthropologists they becomes to the British, and the British man they reside in India. So let us come to the so how anthropology it has a relationship between sociology and sociology it is one of the important social science and
Hemang sir,
sir
Hemang
wind
sir,
up sorry sir huh, sir
just you wind up the session because we
sir sir
one minute ଆପଣ
sir
ଗୋଟିଏ
sir
ମିନିଟ୍ ଶେଷ କରନ୍ତୁ ଆଉ ଗୋଟିଏକୁ ସ୍କିପ୍ ଅପ୍ ହବ ଏଣ୍ଟ୍ରି
huh, sir
ହେଇପାରୁନି
right sir okay sir okay
ହଁ ଥ୍ୟାଙ୍କ ୟୁ ଥ୍ୟାଙ୍କ
so uh, so in this first unit uh, so we have studied about the how sociologically we study sociology and what are the sociological methods and the different things, the different concepts, and we comes to the social anthropology, and finally how and social anthropology comes to the modern anthropology and the relationship between sociology and anthropology. So thank you everybody. Thank you my learners friend. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank
Thank
you,
you, sir.
sir.
Thank you all the participants.